Hey everyone, Scott Johnson here with Pitt Home Buyers. Hope you're having a great day. Today, I wanted to talk to you about one of our core values, and that is transparency, and kind of where it came from, why we adopted it, and why we feel it's one of our most important core values. All right, so when we originally started wholesaling, for all those of you who don't know what that is, look up our video, What is Wholesaling? And you can, I'll tell you about that. But, basically when we first started, we started with the, we were driving around looking for bad looking houses, calling people, hey, we'll buy your house. Okay, cool. Here's a cash offer, which we were really just lowballing, right? And then we would, go to our investors and say, hey, listen, I got this property for sale for this amount, right? So essentially what we would do is we would say, okay, we get it under contract for $20,000. We go to an investor and say, hey, it's $30,000 and negotiate from there. There wasn't any transparency. We were kind of like, oh, we don't want people to know what we're making or anything like that. And, that's how we were taught to do things. So we did because we knew no better. But after a while, we started realizing that, telling the truth tends to make people a little more, receptive to working with you, right? And being completely open and honest. So we started testing some things. We started saying, oh, hey, listen, it's under contract for $20,000. I need to get $10,000 for the contract. What do you say to that? And, they'd be like, okay, well, let's negotiate. So we're no longer negotiating on the house because legally we cannot negotiate on the house price. We can just negotiate on the contract price, right? And so, we started kind of dabbling in it. And then it was so funny because, the people who were teaching us, they hated working with realtors, right? They were like, listen, I started bringing realtors into the office, right? To start talking to them about deals. Because, hey, they have a buyer's list. We have a contract. Why not, right? And, so everyone's kind of like, oh God, he's bringing realtors in here. One of the top real estate agents in Greenville came in one day and they're like, oh, you got to stop doing that. It was great. It was very interesting, a big learning experience. And so then after a while, we kind of parted ways, started doing things a little bit differently. And then I started talking to some of our partners out of Raleigh and out of Dallas, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, and even New York. And started talking to them, and they were like, listen, man, we tell the people everything. We are completely transparent with what our goals are, how much we're making, what our costs are, so that they can have a better understanding of how we came up with our offer. So we started doing it. And it's worked really, really well. Because, even if you're trying to hide one simple fact, it's kind of like a real estate agent who doesn't want to talk about their commission. Well, it's on the contract and super easy to calculate, but it's like a workplace thing where, oh, you don't need to know how much we make. You don't need to know how much, we're being paid, right? Because it's a private thing. News for you. No, it ain't, right? And if you have that mindset, well then, hey, that's up to you. But that's where we kind of started, and where we are today is we found that by sitting down with people, talking to them and being completely transparent, saying, hey, listen, here's how it's going to go down. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what you can expect. And, here's why we are offering the way we are offering. It's turned into, hey, it's turned us from lowballing people and, making it look like, oh, we're just trying to get as much money as possible, on the spread, to, hey, okay, I get it. This is how much you need to make. This is what you're doing to make it, and here's all the other Now I understand your cash offer, okay? So, guys, I went a little over on this one, but that is why transparency is extremely important to us and why we're always striving to be better and to make sure that you understand how we are operating and how we're coming up with our offers so that you can make a more informed decision when you're selling your house in Greenville, North Carolina. I hope that was helpful. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and subscribe too. That way you're getting all of the best video, all of our awesome content, on demand. You're one of the first people to see it. And if someone is looking to get a cash offer on a property, looking to sell their house, even if they're looking at doing it with a real estate agent and they just need to know their options, go ahead and send them or share this with them so they can take a look and see what they should expect from not just us, but any company that they work with when they're selling their house. Transparency. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.